A lathe machine is one of the most important machine tools used in workshops for producing cylindrical, conical, threaded, and other rotational components. The basic principle of a lathe is simple. The workpiece rotates while a cutting tool removes material from it. Depending on the type of lathe, its construction may vary, but the main parts, such as the bed, headstock, tailstock, carriage, lead screw, feed rod, and chuck, perform specific functions that allow accurate machining. 1. Bed. The bed is the main supporting foundation of the lathe. It is generally made from cast iron or other rigid materials and is designed to absorb vibration during machining. The bed contains accurately machined guideways on which the carriage and tailstock move. It maintains proper alignment between the headstock, cutting tool, and tailstock. Because machining accuracy depends heavily on alignment, the bed must be strong, rigid, and resistant to wear.
2. Headstock. The headstock is mounted at the left-hand end of the lathe bed. It contains important components, such as the spindle, bearings, gears, and speed change mechanism. Its main function is to rotate the workpiece at the required speed. Power from the electric motor is transmitted through the headstock mechanism to the spindle. The headstock also supports devices such as chucks, faceplates, and centers used to hold the workpiece. 3. Spindle. The spindle is a rotating shaft located inside the headstock. It transmits rotational power to the workpiece through a chuck, faceplate, or other work-holding device. The spindle has a precisely machined internal and external arrangement for mounting work-holding equipment. Its speed can be changed according to the material, tool size, and machining operation. Accurate spindle rotation is essential for producing a properly finished and dimensionally accurate component. 4. Chuck. The chuck is mounted directly on the lathe spindle and is used to hold the workpiece securely while it rotates. A common workshop lathe uses a 3-jaw self-centering chuck, while a 4-jaw independent chuck is used when independent adjustment and greater control over workpiece positioning are required. Chucks are available in different designs depending on the size and shape of the workpiece. 5. Tailstock. The tailstock is positioned at the opposite end of the lathe bed from the headstock. It can slide along the bed and be locked at the required position. The tailstock supports the free end of long workpieces using a center and can also hold tools such as drills, reamers, and countersinks. It is particularly useful when machining long shafts because it reduces vibration and prevents the workpiece from deflecting. 6. Quill, or tailstock spindle. The tailstock spindle, often called the quill, moves in and out of the tailstock body. It holds the center or cutting tool and provides the required axial movement. A hand wheel is used to move the quill, while a locking mechanism secures it during machining. A graduated scale on the quill helps the operator control the position accurately. 7. Carriage. The carriage is the main moving unit that carries and controls the cutting tool. It travels along the lathe bed and allows the tool to move longitudinally and transversely. The carriage consists mainly of the saddle, cross slide, compound rest, tool post, and apron. It provides controlled movement of the cutting tool against the rotating workpiece. 8. Saddle. The saddle is the base portion of the carriage that rests on and moves along the lathe bed guideways. It supports the cross slide and other carriage components. The saddle provides longitudinal movement of the cutting tool and maintains the correct relationship between the tool and workpiece. 9. Cross slide. The cross slide is mounted on top of the saddle and allows the cutting tool to move perpendicular to the axis of the workpiece. This movement is mainly used to control the depth of cut. For example, when reducing the diameter of a shaft, the operator uses the cross slide to move the cutting tool toward the center of the rotating workpiece. 10. Compound rest. The compound rest is mounted on the cross slide and can be rotated through an angle. It is mainly used for turning tapers, machining short angular surfaces, and performing fine adjustments. During taper turning, the compound rest can be set to the required angle, and the cutting tool can then be moved along that direction. 11. Tool post. The tool post is mounted on the compound rest and holds the cutting tool firmly. It allows the tool to be positioned at the correct height and angle relative to the workpiece. Different tool posts are available, including single tool posts, four-way tool posts, and quick change tool posts. Proper tool positioning is essential for accurate cutting and good surface finish. 12. Apron. The apron is attached to the front of the saddle and contains mechanisms that control carriage movement. It includes gears, clutches, hand wheels, and other mechanisms used for manual or automatic feed. The apron transfers motion from the feed mechanism to the carriage and cross slide. It also contains controls for engaging the feed system. 13. Lead screw. The lead screw is a long threaded shaft running along the front of the lathe bed. Its primary function is to provide precise longitudinal movement during thread cutting. The lead screw engages with the carriage through the half-nut mechanism. By controlling the relationship between spindle rotation and carriage movement, it allows accurate threads of the required pitch to be produced. 14. Feed rod. The feed rod is used mainly to transmit power from the headstock to the carriage and cross slide for automatic feeding during ordinary turning and facing operations. Unlike the lead screw, it is generally not used as the primary mechanism for thread cutting. Using a separate feed rod reduces unnecessary wear on the lead screw. 15. Quick change gearbox. The quick change gearbox allows the operator to select different feed rates and thread pitches without manually changing a large number of gears. It receives motion from the spindle and transfers it to the feed rod or lead screw at the appropriate ratio. This makes changing machining conditions faster and more convenient. 16. Motor and drive system. The electric motor supplies the power required to rotate the spindle and workpiece. Power is transmitted through belts, pulleys, gears, or a variable speed drive, depending on the machine design. The drive system allows the operator to select an appropriate spindle speed for different materials, tool sizes, and machining operations. 17. Guideways. Guideways are accurately machined surfaces on the lathe bed, along which the carriage and tailstock move. They ensure that these components travel in a controlled and aligned path. Any excessive wear or damage to the guideways can cause dimensional inaccuracies, taper, vibration, and poor surface finish. 18. Steady rest and follower rest. These are supporting devices used when machining long and slender workpieces. A steady rest is generally fixed to the lathe bed and supports the workpiece at a selected position. A follower rest is mounted on the carriage and moves with the cutting tool. Both reduce workpiece deflection and vibration during machining. Overall, every major lathe component has a specific job, but all the parts work together as one system. The headstock and spindle rotate the workpiece, the chuck holds it, the bed provides rigid support, the carriage controls the cutting tool, the tailstock supports long workpieces and holds drilling tools, and the feed mechanisms provide controlled tool movement. Understanding these parts and their functions is essential for operating a lathe safely and producing accurate components.